All
So
right.
yeah.
On this episode of Bowks Talking Bouts, very happy to be joined by an individual that I have, quite a few questions for. A very prolific individual across multiple combat sports, and is going to be fighting on PFL Madrid, which goes down on March the 20th, and a very intriguing bout to be had with Yassin Najid. Great to have Franco Tenaglia on Bowks Talking Bouts today. How are you doing, though, man?
Very well, very excited for the opportunity.
Yeah, it just seems like a massive stage to be performing on and everything like that. Like, what level of importance does it have for you to be fighting on this Madrid card? It seems like a big fight for the company and everything, but just, yeah, a cool moment all the same, I would think.
Yeah, yeah, of course. It's always good to have a fight. Doesn't matter the place, the time, anything. For me, it's always good to have a fight, and it's extremely good if a lot of people can watch it, and it can be in this big platform and in this amazing promotion. So I'm very excited for it. I am. I can enjoy a fight just like outside my house. That I in the same way I can enjoy a fight in a stadium. So for me, it feels amazing, and I'm very excited to do it.
Yeah, I mean, you really do embody that. I mean, a lot of fighters say that piece about, like, oh, I could have a fight anywhere and whatnot. But I mean, that was kind of, I guess, like a big moment for you with like that King of the Streets showcase. So you literally just embodied that energy, like, I'll fight you on the street.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And as I told everyone, I think I am the real mixed martial artist because I have like 7 or 8 fights a year. So I am a very active fighter, and I do all. I do like boxing, bare knuckle boxing, kickboxing, MMA bare knuckle, MMA professional, and I'm doing all. So I think I am the real like mix of martial arts.
Yeah, absolutely. And that was kind of touching on something that I wanted to discuss because you do have boxing and MMA experience, and you were kind of taking certain bouts in between fights with BKFC there. Now it seems like you're kind of out of that loop a little bit and are in the PFL fold now. Like, I guess I have a couple of questions, but the first one would be, do you have like a multi fight deal with the PFL here, or what's the nature of that agreement, I suppose?
No, no, I don't have a multiply fight deal yet. We are in negotiation. We'll see how like what they have to offer me. And as I told everyone, I like to be active. I like because like fighter career, we make money because we fight. So I also for me it's a therapy thing. So I want to keep active. I want to have a lot of fights in a year. I don't think that much about the results of my career. Of course, I love to win, and I always when I go there, I try to kill the guy. But I'm not that kind of guy that thinks everything has to be perfect, and I'm not gonna fight a pussy fight like thinking in the strategy or like thinking in no risk. I'm gonna risk it all. If I am there, I'm gonna risk it all. So that's why I'm gonna see what the company have to offer.
No, and it's really cool to see you in the PFL. I think it's a great signing for sure. But I mean, it's interesting because there was that prior situation where, BKFC had vacated the title that you had won from Tony Soto. And then kind of recently you were positioned to initially fight Austin Trout for that vacant lightweight title. But now Ben Bonner is kind of in that position. Like, I guess, what is the nature of your, I guess, arrangement with the BKFC? Like, you're a former champion, that kind of timeline piece I outlined. Like, I guess, what's your relationship like with the company at this juncture? And just, yeah, just kind of an interesting scene.
Yeah, well, I think I am very grateful with the company because they gave me like amazing moments in my life. But I think it's like a kind of like a ego thing, from the BKFC company because they were like kind of upset that I was fighting MMA or I have like a MMA career in a side, but they were not giving me like bare knuckle fights. They were giving me like one bare knuckle fight a year, and I cannot live with that. Man. The only thing I do in my life is fighting. I don't do anything else. I just fight, and I live from fighting. I've been doing this for a long, long time, and I already suffer like all the things I had to suffer to get here. So I'm not gonna be whole into anybody, because as I told you, I don't do this for fame. I don't do it for money. I do it because I need it. So I'm not gonna let anybody to hold me. I respect everyone. I am very thankful and very grateful with everything because they gave me a very good opportunity and I have a great career there. And if they want me, if like I can have some kind of negotiation that I can fight both, it will be amazing for me. If I am healthy to do it, it will be amazing. But if not, I will just focus in my main dream, which it was MMA in the beginning. And I think I am in a great promotion to enjoy my life. PFL is one. I am not even interested in other MMA promotions. I have offers from like other big promotions, but when they told me PFL, man, I think PFL is gonna be very big soon, and I'm very excited to be part of it.
Yeah, and as we've talked about, I mean, you've done great things in BKFC, but also you do have that MMA experience. So, like the submission grappling piece is certainly something you are familiar with, but kind of cool that you're facing someone that kind of really gets described with that submission specialist kind of tag and whatnot. Like, what are your thoughts on your opponent, Yassin Najid, in terms of what they bring to the table ahead of this March 20th fight?
Well, he's a large guy, and I think he's a smart guy, and I don't think he's gonna be so dumb to involve in a like in the close distance with me, to interchange some punches because he knows I can hit and I can take a punch. So I reckon he's gonna keep the distance, and if I go close, he's gonna try to take me down. Mm, Man, I train with the very good guys here. I've been training with like Ilya Topuria. I've been training with Michael Venom Page in London Shoe Fighters. I've been around for a long time, and I've been in the best gyms, in the world. So he's not gonna be able to take me down, and everyone's gonna be very very surprised about my wrestling and my ground game. I don't really use that much in the fights because I like to hit people. That's the truth. But when I did it, man, I stopped the guys very easy, very quickly. I chopped them out like in a few minutes, and I have like those kind of guys in my record because nobody wants to fight me here in Spain because they ask for too much money to fight me. Because the people here, the fighters here, they know what I have to bring. They see me. I train with a lot of them, so they know what's the level of the fighter I am.
Yeah, and I mean, your track record fighting in Spain speaks to putting on some very exciting, incredible fights. It really seems like fighting in front of that Spain crowd really, bolsters something in you. Like you already have a very strong fire in general, but it seems like fighting in Spain adds a little bit more gasoline to the fire. Is that going to be a piece with this upcoming Madrid fight here?
Yes, of course. I love the Spanish crowd. I live here.
Mm-hmm.
I love this country. I love these people. I am Argentinian.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I also love my country, but I live here. So I really want to show them that they have some soldiers here, some strong soldiers that they're ready to defend the country, whatever it costs.
Yeah, and I love that piece too because I do know you, come from Argentina and stuff like that, but really seems like you really show out for the Spain crowd as well. So kind of cool to, I guess, represent a couple, locations and stuff like that for sure. And just yeah, I know it's cool. It kind of fits within your broader life story too, because like in the backgrounding that I've done on you, it seemed like you really wanted to like create a better life for your family and came from like a very humble background and you clearly earned everything you have now. So I mean it's kind of a cool perspective piece a little bit too, just the journey you've had so far. I mean obviously much more to come, but must be like a cool sort of thing to reflect on sometimes.
Yeah, of course, of course. I am like I say in a lot of interviews. I've been through hell. I had a crazy ride to get here, and I still have a lot of things to do, and I still want to like help my family in so many ways because fighter life is like we never get paid enough, for what we do and for what we sacrifice. So I'm doing like so many stuff, and I gonna when I go to fight, I all these thoughts they come straight to my head, and like all the things I've been through, like my mom, my grandma, my sister, like everything comes to my head, and when I go there to the cage, man, for me it's killing or be killed, it's like kill or be killed, and these people in front of me, these opponents, they are stopping me to help the war. and I'm not gonna let anybody to stop me to help people.
No, for sure. And I guess like fighters kind of have that visualization piece. Like they have an idea of how the fight is going to end and kind of like replay that certain thing in their head.
Yeah.
Like, do you have a particular vision of how this one is going to go?
I know it's gonna be shocking, and if it's not shocking, it will be like it still is gonna be shocking because it's gonna be if the guy can hold the heat, it's gonna be a crazy war, and it's gonna be very very bloody. But if not, I am sure he's I'm gonna be victorious and in a amazing way, in a crazy way, and everyone is gonna be shocked of what they seen because they never seen that before from me, because I think people think, okay, I'm gonna choose brawl like a bare knuckle boxer, or I'm gonna choose like go like crazy on the guy, but I'm not gonna do that. I am a smart guy. Also, I didn't came this far only because I like to fight like crazy. I came far because I am also smart with what I do and how I choose the way I win the fights.
Do you think people ultimately underrate that part of your game, like the fight IQ and the like more refined methodology piece, or does that almost work to your benefit? The fact that some people think you're this crazy brawler, and it's like, okay, if you want to think that, like I have this, fight IQ, refined technique, composure tool in my back pocket. Like, how do you look at, I guess, that perception piece?
Of course, man. Of course, for me, it's all benefits because I know everyone, like the people, the crowd, my opponents, they all underestimate me, my fight game, my skills. But the things like I am not like other guys that they are very good at like striking or very good at wrestling or very good at like rapping because they have like they've been training their whole life, everything. No, man, I have to fight literally in the streets, and I learned how to fighting. That's the way I learned how to fighting. And I think my fighting IQ is very high, man, because with the kind of like training I had and all this stuff, I do amazing things, man. Amazing things because I very like I've been like long years working for the mafia and fighting. So I couldn't only focus in waking up early, eating properly, and go and train 2 3 times a day. No, man, I was doing like crazy stuff overnight, and I was going like tired as fuck to train, and I was giving my best with all these tools. So now that I have all the tools, now that I am living the fighter life, everyone's gonna see what I am capable of.
Well, that's a tremendously exciting thought considering, the great pedigree you've shown over the years. And to that point, man, been really wanted to talk to you over the last few years. Been a fan of your fighting acumen. And I mean, this PFL
Thank
signing
you.
was a huge one. So, yeah, glad we were able to make the time. But in recognizing the time, I'm seeing we're kind of getting closer towards the end. And a lot of other people want to talk to Franco Tenaglia as well. So I can't be too greedy. But figured I'd give you the floor if you maybe had a final thought you wanted to add as we're wrapping up, man.
Yeah, thank you very much. And yes, I want you guys from America that get to know me because America is also like a country that you guys love the fighting. It's a fighting country. So yeah, I'm very excited to get more people to know me, not just in America, so all over the world. And I know the people is gonna feel identified with me because I come from a very like humble background. So I am not perfect like a lot of the rest of the fighters that their dads they were training them. So I made my own way, and that's very good.
Yeah, I mean, you used to have like the fights in like strip clubs and different obscure spots, and look where you're at now, this massive stage.
Oh man, crazy. I used to fight for like 500, 400 pounds in a stripper club, and all these guys betting money at the moment. That was a crazy ride, man.
No, for sure. It's been a cool story, and that next chapter going to unfurl on March 20th at PFL Madrid, and this Yassin Najid fight is a very exciting one. And to reiterate, thank you for the time, man. Looking forward to seeing that fight when it happens. But until then, you have a good rest of your day, and thank you again for the time.
Thank you, Dylan.